There are actors who can make the earth shake with their charisma, and then there's Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, a man who built his entire career on energy, strength, and larger-than-life power. For years, he has been Hollywood's ultimate symbol of unstoppable action car chases, explosions, punches that seem to echo through cinema halls, and that confident smirk that says he can handle anything. But recently, something unexpected happened. Dwayne Johnson decided to step out of the action genre that made him a global superstar and into something raw, emotional, and deeply human. A film titled The Smashing Machine. And this move has everyone talking. It's not just another role. It's a statement, a complete reinvention of one of Hollywood's biggest names. Fans are stunned, critics are intrigued, and the entertainment industry is holding its breath. Because for the first time in a long while, Dwayne Johnson isn't just flexing his muscles. He's showing his soul. When the first whispers of The Smashing Machine began circulating, many thought it was just another high-octane sports movie. Maybe something like Fighting with My Family or Gridiron Gang. But as details started to emerge, it became clear this was different. Johnson wasn't playing a superhero or a military hero. He was playing a broken man, a real-life MMA fighter named Mark Kerr, whose life spiraled through addiction, self-destruction, and the painful cost of fame. This role isn't about power. It's about pain. It's about the human side of masculinity. The side that bleeds, that doubts, that fails. And for Johnson, that's completely new territory. For over 2 decades, he's been the reliable blockbuster guarantee. The man who turns even the simplest movie idea into a billion-dollar phenomenon. From Fast and Furious to Jumanji, from Black Adam to Hobbs and Shaw, The Rock has built his image on being indestructible. But this shift proves that even the strongest man in Hollywood wants something deeper. A chance to tell a story that hurts, heals, and means something beyond the box office. Now here's what makes this transition so shocking. Dwayne Johnson isn't just dipping his toes into drama. He's diving headfirst. He's producing the film, embracing the most vulnerable role of his career, and doing it with a director known for crafting deeply emotional, character-driven stories. The movie promises an unfiltered look at a man's collapse under fame, drugs, and identity crisis. And Johnson isn't holding back. Gone are the glossy smiles and the superhero poses. Instead, we're seeing footage of him with bruises, sweat, and hollow eyes. The kind of authenticity that doesn't sell toys or fuel franchise deals but moves people. This is Dwayne Johnson, stripped down to the man behind the legend. And it's about time. Because while the world knows him as the box office king, there's always been another side of him lurking beneath the surface. The side that survived poverty, depression, rejection, and constant reinvention. He's the man who went from failed football player to wrestling sensation, from wrestler to movie icon, from icon to entrepreneur. Every version of him was built from grit. But The Smashing Machine, this is the first time he's letting the cracks show. To understand why this film is turning so many heads, you have to understand where Dwayne Johnson stands right now. He's not just an actor anymore. He's an empire. His tequila brand, Terramana, is worth hundreds of millions. His energy drink, ZOA, dominates store shelves. His partnership with Under Armour, Project Rock, redefined athlete apparel. He's got production companies, business deals, and one of the biggest social media platforms in the world. So, why risk it all by stepping into something risky and unpredictable? Because for Johnson, image control has always been key. And maybe that's exactly what he wants to challenge now. He knows the audience is evolving. People are craving authenticity over perfection. They want real emotion over rehearsed confidence. And maybe, just maybe, Dwayne Johnson wants to show that even the most successful man in the room still has battles that can't be solved by lifting weights or smiling through pain. This new chapter isn't about being perfect. It's about being human. And that's what has Hollywood fascinated. Many actors who build careers in a single genre struggle to break free. Think about it. How many action stars have successfully transitioned into dramatic territory? Arnold Schwarzenegger tried it, but never fully shed his action hero shadow. Sylvester Stallone found success with Creed because it revisited pain through wisdom. But Dwayne Johnson's approach feels different. He's not chasing nostalgia. He's chasing truth. He's using the smashing machine to reinvent how the world perceives him. Not as The Rock, but as Dwayne Johnson, the man. And that subtle difference is exactly why this film feels like the most important work of his career. It's not just about awards or acclaim. It's about evolution. Industry insiders are calling it one of the most calculated, yet courageous, moves in recent Hollywood history. Johnson's choice of role aligns perfectly with a growing audience appetite for emotionally rich stories that cut through the noise. It's also an industry shift. The era of the invincible male hero is slowly fading. Viewers are connecting more with vulnerability, with flaws, with the inner struggle behind the outer success. Johnson stepping into that space doesn't just make sense. It might redefine what male stardom means in the next decade. Imagine it. The world's most recognized action star using his fame to explore themes like addiction, identity, and masculinity. That's the kind of cultural shift that can move an entire industry toward more meaningful storytelling. But make no mistake, this transformation isn't easy. Fans are divided. Some love the idea of seeing him in a role that's complex and emotional. Others worry this might alienate the blockbuster crowd, who expects car chases and explosions. There's even a segment of his audience who can't imagine The Rock crying on screen. But that's exactly what makes this so powerful. Because when an actor challenges their audience, when they risk misunderstanding in pursuit of truth, that's when greatness happens. And for Johnson, this might be the start of his artistic legacy. He has conquered the commercial world. Now, he's going for something timeless. Behind the scenes, reports suggest that Johnson's commitment to authenticity is intense. He's not relying on stunt doubles for emotional scenes. He's training like a real MMA fighter, studying Kara's mental health journey, and even interacting with the real people who shape that story. It's clear he's not treating this as just another movie. It's a mission to show the world what happens when strength meets vulnerability. And that might be why critics are already predicting this could be the performance that finally earns Dwayne Johnson the one thing he's never had: an Oscar nomination. It's not far-fetched. Hollywood loves redemption arcs, both on and off screen. And Dwayne Johnson, the man who's built his brand on resilience, is about to live his most personal redemption story yet. In front of the camera. There's also a symbolic power behind the smashing machine. Think about the title. It's not just about an MMA fighter's nickname. It's a metaphor. For years, Johnson has been the machine. Unstoppable, reliable, disciplined. But now, he's smashing that very image apart. He's breaking free from the expectations of always being the hero, the rescuer, the strong one. He's showing that sometimes, even the strongest person in the room needs to fall apart before they can rebuild. It's a message that resonates beyond Hollywood, especially in a world where so many people hide their struggles behind success. And let's be honest, if anyone can pull this off, it's Dwayne Johnson. He's never been afraid of transformation. From changing his name to changing industries, he's always reinvented himself. But this one feels different. It's quieter, deeper, more personal. He doesn't need to prove he's strong anymore. He's proving he's real. That's what makes the smashing machine so special. It's not a reinvention for fame. It's a reinvention for meaning. As for what this means for the future of his career, it opens endless doors. If this film succeeds, Dwayne Johnson could enter a completely new era, one defined by storytelling, not spectacle. He could evolve from franchise king to dramatic powerhouse, joining the ranks of actors who reinvented themselves through courage, not comfort. It might even inspire other major stars to follow his path, to shed the glossy layers and explore something raw. And that's how cultural shifts begin, not with explosions, but with quiet transformation. In the end, The Smashing Machine isn't just a movie title. It's a mirror reflecting every person who's ever felt pressure to be perfect, every person who's smiled through pain, every person who's carried success like armor. Dwayne Johnson's decision to step into this role is a reminder that even the strongest need space to be human. And maybe that's the most powerful move he's ever made. So, what happens next? The world waits. The critics will judge. The fans will react. But one thing's certain: Dwayne Johnson has already won something bigger than an award, the freedom to tell his truth. And when a man who built his life on unshakable strength finally decides to show his scars, that's not weakness. That's power. Because sometimes, the boldest move isn't throwing the next punch. It's finally putting your guard down.